Everyone, welcome back. This is just a small loaf of lilac and bloom. This is actually a custom order, so I'll only have 5 available. But I thought I would just record it because I'm going to do a different design. This will actually take a couple of days for me to do. I'm going to use a dark purple, a light purple, and a white. And it's just going to fill this 10-bar mold, and then I'm going to pop it out of the mold tomorrow and do something else with it. So I will attach that to this video. Let's get started. Welcome back. Yesterday I made this loaf of lilac in bloom, and my goal was to keep it as white around the edges as I could. I have a little purple showing on the ends, which is no big deal, but I wanted kind of a blank canvas. I was inspired by a cake design that I saw, and they kind of mixed up colors and poured it over the cake. It was rainbow colors, but I'm going to do a small amount of two different color greens. I have a dark green and a lighter green, and then I have a lighter purple and a darker purple, the same purples I used inside the soap. I'm going to drizzle the greens on the top and pipe what hopefully will look like little lilac blooms down the loaf kind of randomly. So that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. There, it says you can use tip. I looked up how to pipe a lilac, and I think it was tip. Oh, I forget, 39 or 53, something like that. A tip that I didn't have, and but it's a 4-petal because lilacs are 4 petals. So that's what that tip was. So I'm just going to use a rose tip and try to kind of make it look like it. Now I'm not going to fragrance this part, just because the lilac fragrance can be kind of finicky. Sometimes it will rice a little bit. So let's see, I'm going to have a lighter purple. It's already thickened because a lot of this is coconut oil. Let's see, the darker purple. And then I'm going to have one of the greens, which I want more of because I want to be able to pipe some leaves at the end. So I'm going to do a lighter green and a darker green. went ahead and put both purples in one bag with a small rose tip, and I just started playing around with it. I've been waiting for a while for it to set up, so I ended up adding a little bit of the lilac fragrance oil so that it would kind of speed up a little bit. And now it's really kind of hard for me to squeeze. It's like gotten thick quick. But I was trying to do the 4-petal flower and found that it was really just easy to kind of make loops. See, right now I feel like there's a little hardened piece and it won't come out. So I don't know how well this is going to work. But I started piping, I guess, what could resemble a lilac, the whole stem. So I'm just going to kind of make, see, this is hard to squeeze. I'm just going to kind of make a blob so I can build on it, so it's, you know, and I was, you know, making 4-petal flowers, but it was taking a really long time just to do that part, so I figured maybe I could get the same effect if I just kind of did some loops, because obviously these are going to be cut into bars anyway. So I don't know how much I will be able to do though, because this is has set up so quick. And I feel like the bag wants to pop. So I just kind of want the overall look, I guess, of a lilac. The green on here didn't end up looking like I wanted it to. The dark green was more fluid than the brighter green, so it kind of ran down the sides and it didn't stay how I wanted it to, but that's okay because this is an experiment and I will learn for next time. I'm hoping you guys can see. I'm just really trying to get this done as quick as I can before I'm not able to get any more out of the bag. Like, see, there's like a little, when I put the fragrance oil in it, it does what it does sometimes, and it riced a little bit. So I stirred it and it seemed okay. I mean, this fragrance oil is a really nice lilac. I've used it for a while and it's popular and it smells just like lilac, so it's worth it, I guess, if people like it, but it can be pretty finicky to work with. The idea with the green drizzle was kind of supposed to, you know, be greenery in the background. And maybe it still will be. Maybe it'll still look okay. Well, see, my tip wants to come out. I hope not. It's going to be a mess if it does. Yeah, my tip's gonna come out. Alright, I'm gonna pause the camera and put a new tip on and I'll be right back. Okay, I had to put it in another bag, change the tip, and then I started doing this one to see if it would work, and the thing was plugged, so I have the same tip. The other tip is right here, but I wasn't gonna deal with it, so I just got a new one of the same. And I can feel it. It has heated, has heated up in my hand. Alright guys, I'll be right back again. Okay, I am back. You can see that this ended up turning into a huge mess. I broke through 4 piping bags, just trying to get something on the end, so at least when they're cut it looks okay. These ones I think really look like lilacs, but then everything just went downhill. So I have this green I'm going to pipe on for the leaves, but this doesn't have any fragrance in it and it's still extremely runny, but it's been setting for a while. So I'm just going to do it and kind of hoping it covers up any, well, I need a lot to cover up the imperfections, but I'm just hoping to, I guess, add some. I know this will look different once it's cut, but right now, see, it's running down the side because it's just not thick enough, but I'm ready to be finished with this soap. So it's just going to have to go on like this. See, and it's just all kind of blah together. So I'll be back tomorrow to cut it and show you what it looks like. But as of right now, it's kind of a mess. And I'll see you back tomorrow to cut it. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut Lilac and Bloom. And you can see, you barely can see the lighter green. You can a little bit on the side, but on the top, not really. I did cut a piece off of the end just to make sure this wasn't going to crumble. But I'm sorry I didn't record the end of it. I had gone through 4 piping bags, and it had gotten so thick and so hot in the bag that it would just bust the bag open. So as you can see, the end of these don't really look like lilacs, but I figured at least something on there would help the look a little bit. So, this is kind of neat, but I tried to keep the color in the center so I would have a white palette all the way around to work with. So that's kind of cool. And the top. I don't know why I thought I could pipe this. I have made this so many times, and I know better than to plan any kind of major design with it because, piece is coming off. Because this fragrance, you just never know. Sometimes it rises, like this part was great. When I made the loaf, I had no issues at all. It was just when I made the top. So sometimes it rises, sometimes it doesn't. And I always use the same percentage, you know, what's called for, the recommended amount. So maybe it's temperature, who knows what it is. A little bit of the green is flaking off here on the sides, which is no big deal. This is going to be a really thin piece, but I'll just probably cut this up for samples. I will try this again, hopefully I'll make it so that what I pour on top is thick enough where when it runs down the side it'll be like that and kind of leave a drip. The other green was too thin and just kind of ran all over, made a mess. Smells great though. Boy, these past 2 weeks I have had more issues with soap making than I've had my whole time making soap. And it's always seems to be the florals, which I make a lot of florals, as you guys know. I like the challenge of them. I sort of like the unpredictability. Last night I was not liking the unpredictability of this. That's why I didn't even finish video in it. But a lot of soapers don't really like, they stay away from florals. See, I'll have to trim this off because that just looks like some kind of growth on there or something. That doesn't look very good. They, you know, shy away from florals because of they're not well behaved, but I like a challenge and I like florals, and a lot of my customers do, so. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.